pride as a motherfucker, man. You got a president who openly
president-elect. Biden's still president.
Sorry, you're right. Thank you. But Trump is now walking into office with convictions, with assaults, charges, well not charged, but just a lot of things that I just take away all the things that he's wanting to do, which is terrible, by the way. But like just how you present yourself. Like if that don't matter for nothing no more, then what the fuck are we doing debates? Why the fuck are we having these presidential debates if all in all you just choose a motherfucker over the dumb shit they do anyway? So
all right, so I'm gonna present it this way. Because we recorded the day that Biden stepped down and said he was not going to rerun. We recorded that day, and I remember vividly saying, "I'm 1,000% with Kamala. I'm like MAGA. I'm still gonna rock these shirts. Fuck y'all." But I remember saying, "I know why they got to do it, because she's on the ticket, so they get to keep any money that they raise. Also, she has a machine behind her, and she's ready to go." But I did not see white people, specifically white women. I knew white men weren't. I did not see. I don't trust white women. They do not vote. They don't vote their best interests. They vote for who white men are going to vote for. They wouldn't vote for Hillary, and she was a white woman. And I remember vividly saying, I just don't see in the America that we live in, because I'm a realist, white women who wouldn't vote for a white woman voting for a woman of color, a black woman, black and Indian.
There's a lot of black men too to vote for Trump, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was about the same percentage.
Was it?
Like, I hate to say it, and this is the biggest issue. America has chosen a side, for good or bad.
Yeah.
We've chosen sides. They ride with this. They riding with Trump no matter what he do. He didn't lie. He didn't. One, they naive. I'm not even gonna talk about the shit that he did last time he was president. I'ma just focus on this. They don't like the economy. They don't like the taxes and things like that. We are currently still under Trump's tax plan. It does not end until 2025. So Biden and Kamala Harris didn't do a tax plan because when you vote these plans in, they last for a certain amount of years. So this is still Trump's tax plan. All the things that y'all are upset about with this economy, groceries are high, things of that nature, Republicans don't like when the government interferes with private businesses and puts in those rules. So the government doesn't create inflation. They don't control the cost of goods. Snooks, Walmart, Hobby Lobby, they dictate the price of the goods that they sell. Because y'all wanted the Republicans to deregulate any regulations that could have prevented that. All these things are Republican politics. The tariffs. Trump actually did a tariff last time he was in office on steel coming from China. And it was a huge failure. Prices did not go down. There are no new steel plants here in America. We just started getting steel from Mexico, or we just raised the cost of steel. Because this is how a tariff works. Say I have a small business or a big business. We don't manufacture anything in America. This is why. We have labor laws here in America. We have to pay people a certain wage. They have to be a certain age to work. And we have a 40-hour work week with overtime. That don't exist in China and other places. You can pay motherfuckers pennies over there. They are 9 years old making shirts and shit and fucking Coach bags and whatever the fuck y'all. All the shit y'all buy from Amazon, most of that shit come from China. They make it. It's not cheap labor in the aspect of they're making cheap product, but it's cheaper to make it over there. So I got a business. I need a bunch of shirts that I'm gonna sell. They make them in China. I've already paid China. The tariff is the government of the United States charging the importer. I'm the importer, an American citizen, the American company. I pay the tariff. not China. We pay the tariff. And then it gets worse. Well, why don't you just make it in America? I would have to raise my prices anyway, because if I pay the tariff, for me to make a profit, now I have to raise the price of my goods. But if I make it in America, I got to raise it even more because it costs more to make here. We don't even have the manufacturing capabilities right now to produce it. It's going to take time to build factories, to buy machines to do it, to train people to do it. This isn't a quick fix. You know who eats that? All of y'all mad about groceries and shit? We eat that. We're going to eat that. But I knew we was going to eat that. I know fucking just common sense. Tariffs have happened in America before. You motherfuckers apparently didn't know. You're about to have a rude fucking awakening. Companies are already stockpiling and buying materials now because they know prices are going to go up. That is impacting people's bonuses, impacting raises. In some instances, folks are already getting laid off. It's already started. He ain't even got sworn in yet. But this is the bed that you motherfuckers wanted. So you got to lay in that motherfucker. It just is what it is.
I don't think there's a better description of what's coming down the pipeline than how you broke that down. I mean, obviously, I work in education, so like, you already know where that's going. I mean,
my man said he's gonna get rid of the Department of Education.
Yeah, and then also like there's already swings of like what can be taught, curriculum, what's being taken out. I think on one of Trump's like Instagram things or whatever, well, he was like, if you were born, I can't remember what he said specifically, but he was like, if you're born a man or a woman, then you have to identify as that. So it's a lot of different things that are just like that I think people didn't take into account of what this is going to look like.
I can't wait to see fucking Texas and Florida.
Yeah, and
I can't wait because they red. They red.
Into
most of the workers down there are illegal migrants.
Yeah, and now you're talking.
They're about to lose the workforce.
And that's the other point that I was surprised about Latin people. I was saying that right, but Latin Americans.
But that's the thing, though. We have to
vote for Trump.
We have to figure out as when we think about Latin, there's so many different levels of Latin.
Yeah.
So like we put them all in one box.
Yeah, but
it's
not. It's so
it's
many
like saying
ones.
the same thing like a black person and a Nigerian person. Mm-hmm. We are within the black diaspora.
Yeah, but it's two
but
different.
It's a different types
two
of.
Different, yeah.
But think about it's even more of them though. So like,
but thinking about that, like
you gotta
right,
think about it. It's Venezuelans.
But I'm saying, think about that.
I know some Mexicans who
immigration
family
papers
are absolutely illegal,
and
they still voted for Trump.
Yeah, man.
I said, Juan Guzman finna be gone, my nigga. Like, he ain't got no papers.
Low key, they might be wanting some of them cats to get up out their crib.
Like, he ain't got no papers.
Like, man, you gotta go, man. You gotta go.
That's wild, though.
And they're talking about possibly denaturalizing people who've already been naturalized.
Oh, so if you were born, like if your kid got over here,
like your mama's
baby, what they call them?
I forgot what they call it.
Some babies, anchor babies.
Yeah, but if
so like they talking about denaturalize those anchor babies.
So if you have a kid that was born in America.
Because the other option would be to take the child if they sending the parents back.
Yeah.
Either you got to let the parents stay, or we got to take the child and the state got to raise them, or the child got to go back too. Like the ramifications of this, and we might not see it in the first 8 months. I'm gonna be real. Well, I'll take that back. Trump. No, Trump is actually if y'all have not been paying attention, he wants shit done swiftly. Mm-hmm. He wanna be able to pull judges through. Even when
he put that thing up saying like y'all got to rival, either y'all get down or lay down. Everybody Republicans get down or lay down.
He was like, even if y'all on recess, I need y'all to come back early so we can push these judges through. He want to get everything done quickly within like that first 3 months.
And obviously his charges have been lifted. You know what I'm saying? It's just. Ooh, yeah, but that made my chest hurt.
But it makes him pardon himself, right? From these,
I don't know if it works that way.
I don't know what,
but he won't get any jail time. A president can't go.
He got a probation officer though, at least, right? He at least got a report once a week for probation.
He's the fucking president of the United States of America.
I'm just saying that'd be funny if a probation officer got to show up.
I don't want to put any misinformation. This is very like the ramifications of this man being president impacts a lot. And normally I'm like, the president don't really impact my day-to-day life. And for the most part, hey, listen, I have a daughter who's young, so she's not queer or anything, so that's not going to impact me. I thankfully don't really have a DEI job, so that's not going to impact me. Groceries been getting higher every president my entire life, so I'm used to that. Like, I mean, they have
price of gas, all that kind of shit. Yeah,
those things
have always been.
That's inflation
increasing. Yeah,
it's just how inflation works.
Yeah.
So, and this is why inflation is like it is. Ronald Reagan implemented something with his taxation plan called trickle-down economics. I'm trying to.
One time leaves all boats.
So this is how trickle-down is supposed to work. If we alleviate taxes on the rich, they will make more profits. They will then, in turn, pay their workers more. Their workers will spend more, and everybody will be happy. But that's not how capitalism works, guys. Capitalism means I want to be as rich as I can and do as much as I can without really giving shit back. So CEOs, their bonuses and their salaries have just continued to grow at a higher rate than the salary of me, whoever, or the hourly wage if you're hourly. Mm-hmm. So then, to compensate for that, they want to make bigger profits every year. Mm-hmm. You don't want to do what you did last year. You need bigger profits. Yep. So if you're selling the same product to the same amount of people, how do you get a better profit? You raise the price. That's the only way that works. The companies that y'all want to deregulate are the ones who are making groceries high, who are making, people were like, well, they make cars in America now. And in some instances they do, but the parts still come from China. Yeah. So the parts, they're still going to pay tariffs. Mm-hmm. So an iPhone, all of those are made overseas. Mm-hmm.
Shit, Android.
No, I'm just going to speak.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm doing one. So an iPhone, say it's $1,000. So now they put that tariff on there. So now that's going to go up 10%, 20%, whatever the tariff is. Because again, they still need to make a profit. So for them to make a profit, they have to compensate for the tariff. Who buys the phones? The consumer. Mm-hmm. The tariffs will impact us as well. But again, this is what y'all wanted. I ain't never finna be mad. I live in a world of fuck around and found out. Like, y'all want this? Y'all wanted this? Y'all fucked around? I can't wait till you find out. Again, for the most part, barring some kind of catastrophe, it's not gonna really impact my life. I'm already used to spend, like, shit's high. It's gonna be high. If you want it, you're gonna have to buy it. But some of you niggas ain't in no position to still buy the shit. Like I told you, if you was working a job and doing Uber the last time he was president, and when he came out, you weren't rich, you're not going to come out rich this time. Clip you just saw, please tap in and check out Just Posted. We just kicking, talking that good shit, and we fuck with y'all, man. Y'all be easy.